Hello? 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 Hey, hello? Am I live? Doesn't look like it. Not yet. I don't see my thing streaming. Let me give it a window. Oh, there it is. I don't see my thing streaming. Hello? Let me give it a window. Audio testing. Audio testing. Why is chat disabled? That's wrong. Oh, there it is. I don't see my thing streaming. Hello? Let me give it a window. Audio testing. Audio testing. Why is chat disabled? That doesn't seem right. There it is. Well, the game capture should be showing up. But it's not. Hollow Knight. That doesn't seem right. Okay, there we go. My icon disappeared. There it is. Okay. Edit. Docs. It's been a while since I tried to stream on YouTube. Okay, there we go. My icon disappeared. There it is. Okay. Why is chat disabled? Video. Chat should be enabled. I don't know. Ah. Let's see if that does it. Okay. There we go. Okay. Yeah, that looks like everything's working fine. Okay. Welcome to today's stream. Okay. There we go. Might have to close this out for a second. So my controller didn't connect properly. Okay. Yeah, that looks like everything's working fine. Okay. Welcome to today's stream. Okay. And I'm still echoing a little bit, so let's try to get that taken care of. Close this out for a second. Okay. Also, thank you, Bloom's brother, for subscribing if you are here. But yeah, so the game's loading. Trying to figure out where I can put chat. This is probably why people get dual monitors or something. But yeah, okay. I'm gonna just test the chat, see if it's working on the thing. Put my own messages in there, so I don't know if those will show up. They should, theoretically. Yeah, there we go. Okay. So I'm not sure exactly what I want to do for this. I thought about trying to complete Pantheon 5, but I say let's just start from the beginning and start. Yeah, let's do Silksong. We'll make it more interesting for the viewers. This is a modded version of the game, but it's mainly just cosmetic. There shouldn't be any cheats on, though I guess it's possible. It's been a very long time since I've opened up Hollow Knight on the thing, and yes, I'm going to be skipping through cutscenes. If you want a more thorough playthrough that's sort of going through everything, maybe some other time in the future if it's been a while since I've replayed this game, but for the time being, no. Also, I was confused on why I wasn't able to dash, and that's just very silly. So we are playing on Still Soul mode, meaning that if we die, we do get sent back to the beginning. Very rough. I also am using a skin where I am the character from Assassin's Creed, which is very nice. So yeah, I don't know what our goal is necessarily going to be to get to. Like, I'm not necessarily thinking, hey, I'm going to, you know, just do this deathless. Though I have done it deathless recently, though I was being very thorough on everything I was doing. Also, I'm not going to be speedrunning right now, but I'm also not going to be taking forever either for areas. So, blink and you'll miss King's Pass. But yeah, no, Silksong is coming out September 4th, and I have actually avoided watching the trailer for the simple fact I want to go in as blind as possible. Hollow Knight is a very great game, and I think part of what made it so special for me was the fact that I didn't really know a lot of what was going on in the game, or just how big it was. I knew that everybody treated it with reverence and, you know, praise. There's very few people, I think, who have actually done a deep dive into Hollow Knight that did not enjoy the game. I know there's been a couple reviewers, but it is definitely not the norm. And I'm also very curious about how the charm system is going to be working in Silksong, if there's going to be as many charms, or if it's going to be maybe a little more less charms, but more utility out of the charms. As unfortunately, especially once you get to Godhelm, I feel like most charms, there's like just 4 or 5 that are viable, and the rest sort of get ignored. Not that they don't have their uses in some niche cases. As I was watching a YouTuber take on Pantheon 5, and they had to equip Grimchild to deal with the Radiance final phase, which that was pretty interesting. So yeah, this first section, King's Pass, very normal. I like collecting the lifeblood. It unfortunately does make it so that you don't sit on the bench here, because you'll lose lifeblood, so if you're gonna collect it, why sit on the bench? I'm also gonna be passing Elderbug by. I do love him, but I'm trying to get on my merry way. Yeah. And I'll probably, I don't know, if I want to stream this and get to Pantheon stuff, not saving Zote is definitely preferable, because that fight is quite tough. Also, I don't know why I'm going this way. I guess muscle memory just wants me to see Quirrell. Don't know if I could if I'm skilled enough right now to beat Brooding Moloch with no upgrades. I have done that on Still Soul files in the past and succeeded, but I've also been fully upgraded and had that boss show just how much of a clown I was for thinking I could deal with it. I'll try to see if I could do the fast fall, but it probably patched on current patch. At least doing it easily. I will be buying this map. So yeah, this is Cornifer. The map system is also going to be super interesting. I was listening to somebody's reactions to the Silksong trailer, and they're like, oh, they revealed the map, and I was just so happy I didn't see it, because that is something I'm very curious about, whether or not it's going to be nearly as big as Hollow Knight, or if it's going to be a lot smaller. Also, there is a skip in this room, which I have done before. It is very satisfying to pull off. Also, RIP Lifeblood. But in speedruns, there's a skip in this room to get into Fog Canyon. And it's very interesting, but it's actually not that hard. Unlike QGA, which is the bane of my existence. It's also a joy of life, QGA, Queen's Gambit, except it's in the chess world, but in Hollow Knight, not so good. So yeah, there is that grub. In this room, it's always fun trying to get the speedrun strat. Not that I'm trying to go too fast, but I'm also not trying to take forever either. Ah, missed it completely. And that's actually super interesting that the game tells you to heal the first time. Not based on you taking damage, but specifically you losing a white mask. Pretty interesting stuff, actually. Well, that's unfortunate. There is a skip to get that mask early, though I'm no good at it, as is evident by how quickly that poor beast got slayed. And at the stag station, that'll be the next time I check chat. Very nice thing about Silksong mode is you don't really have to worry about benches because they aren't checkpoints. Okay, let me check chat, see if there's anything going on. Not that I can see right now. We will go back there later. But yeah, no, Silksong is just around the corner. The moveset that she'll have, I wonder if it's going to be similar to the Knight, or if it's going to be pretty different. My prediction is probably that it's going to be a little bit different. I'm guessing like that thing that she does to get across the place in Fungal Waste is going to be the replacement of Crystal Dash, which will definitely be interesting. That's bad. But I don't know, it'll just be interesting. I also wonder if it's going to be even more open in terms of path varieties, because at least at the early game of Hollow Knight, like once you get past Green Path, the world's your oyster on which direction you go. There's obviously a path that's more efficient than others, but you really have so many different options that I just wonder if the early game, if you'll need to collect one specific ability, like Vengeful Spirit, or if there'll be a little bit more choice. I'm not saying there's anything wrong with the progression that's in Hollow Knight, because I think it's quite good and balanced. False Knight, I was on a stream with my cousin, and I sort of mentioned this boss. I sort of dislike the fact that it doesn't give you soul, because it teaches you just two things that aren't true in the game, which is bosses don't give soul, and it also is like the one time where hitting a staggered enemy is actually the right decision, but every other time it is objectively a bad decision. standing too close. No, I'm good. But it's a nice fun boss. I also hope if there's something similar to Dream Warriors in this upcoming game, Silksong, that I don't know, they probably should count for deaths. I mean, it would make my life a whole lot harder, but you know, I like a challenge. A little bit of pain and suffering. Wonderful thing, really. City Crest, and another good time to check chat. Yeah, so False Knight is cool. I do like that you are incentivized to fight him, even though you really don't have to, because of the early game Geo. Not that I'll likely need a compass, but it might be nice to have at some point. Yeah, so let's hit that so we don't have to worry about it later. I forget if collecting Vengeful Spirit also gives you a full heal, like Charm Notches. But I'm just gonna sit on the bench. Either way, not too worried about it. One thing I will not be doing, just in case this does go far, is I'm definitely not collecting the Hunter's Journal, because I don't want to have to fill it all out. Which is just personal preference, but because Hunter's Journal, I think, is 100% very well designed for a first playthrough, but I think it's very poorly implemented for subsequent playthroughs, because you have to kill a lot more enemies than what you will encounter naturally, without just resetting areas outright, which I'm fine with in principle, especially on the first playthrough, because most people will be dying quite a lot their first time. But on subsequent playthroughs, especially Silksong mode, it's just very annoying to have to find a bench and just grind enemies. It's not that tedious, but it's not fun. I'll just put it that way. So I hope if they have a bestiary in Silksong, which I do hope they have something similar to the bestiary at least. But if they do, I hope that it's implemented a little bit differently in a Silksong mode. And I assume that there will be a Silksong mode, and I really don't need to do that section, so I don't know why I was heading over there. My cousin, the logical fallacy, he really struggled with this section. Though was using a keyboard, so I don't know how much harder that is realistically on a keyboard, but I can imagine it being a little tougher. Yes, you want to ask me a small favor, and I already did it for you. I know. I'm just so great. Okay, I don't know why that kept pausing. Yeah. Whenever we get to Green Path, I'll check chat again. I can say Sly now, but really there's no reason to, because after I defeat Hornet, I definitely will go for Shaman Stone. And oh man, the fact that you walk with the map, so great. And I'm glad the animator took time to make sure that you can do that with this skin too, which I'm sure was no easy feat, really. I'm being a little bit inefficient with my amount of soul coming in here, but no big deal, really. Okay, what am I doing? I'm gonna heal since this is a, something... God. I am being a noob. did I run into that? Well, Soul Catcher's already been useful, so thank you, Soul Catcher. I'm kind of embarrassed that I let that go as poorly as it was, and... jeez. I'm gonna blame the fact that I have gotten used to playing this on a bigger screen, because that's the only viable excuse I have. So we're going through Green Path, where soon we're gonna see Silksong herself. I'm also gonna like commit to not safe scumming. I know some people do that in Silksong runs, and I've definitely like been like, hey, I'm not gonna travel back through an area, I'm just going to take the easy way out. But I'm gonna try not to do that. Meaning we are incentivized to use benches for hills, since I'm not gonna be exiting to go to them. As a person should if they're just playing the game normally. I checked chat, unfortunately nothing going on there, but that's okay, no worries. I'll try the fireball skip, probably not gonna get it, but... Nope, not even close. Luckily there is a much friendlier version of the fireball skip, which you just lure this little fly up. He's a very nice guy. But very skilled players do use the fireball skip, which saves quite a... I mean, it saves like 10 seconds, considering this is not a speed run, really not that big of a deal, but, you know, such is life. Okay, let's go down here and up, if I'm remembering correctly. Which I did do a speed run for this game, you know, like a casual speed run, but still like going pretty fast. I mean, definitely not like world record pace or anything, but I think I mainly remember what you need to do. Yeah, that guy's never that bad, really. Especially once you get more accustomed to using spells. I hope that there's like a more detailed way of getting something like Lifeblood in Silksong, because Lifeblood is something that is useful in this game, but there's like very few sections where I think it's that useful. Most of the time it's just something you have in the background that sort of goes unnoticed, which I really like the idea of like this spirit life helping you out, but I feel like it could be implemented a little bit better. Against my better judgment, I'm going to save this annoying, I do mean annoying, guy. Good practice against the hardest boss in the game, the Venge Viking. Okay. Azot, you are lucky that this guy gives out a lot of Geo. Now, what do I need Geo for? No clue early game what I'm aiming for. I'm not going to talk to you just because, well, we're not going to remember anyway, so really no point. Pretty simple fight. Good money deposit here. One thing that I feel like is so cool about this game, and I hope the system's pretty similar, is that real life and attack sort of being tied to the same source makes it so that you really sometimes have tough decisions on how you want to approach a situation. Like, do you want to waste some of your healing to get extra damage in? Or do you want to go completely offensive? Like, I had taken enough damage there that I prioritized keeping it for healing instead of Fireball, but really could have gone either way. We'll get the stag after Hornet. I guess I'll also check chat, see if there's anything going on. The Bloom's Brother guy is my most recent subscriber, and he was in my cousin's stream, so I was just saying if he was here, come no closer. Yeah, Silksong, I'm gonna destroy you. Nice healing opportunities in this fight. Which is always nice. She should be close to her next stagger, yeah. I thought so. I do love Hornet's fight. She's gonna be so cool to get to play in Silksong. I'm really looking forward to it. But okay, I say this. I won't be so happy if she kills me. I think I'm also taking for granted that I'm gonna win this fight. Which, if you take that for granted too much in a game like this, you will not win the fight. I'm gonna get the stag next, and then I'm gonna use the bathroom. Check chat. Gotta love getting the Mothwing Cloak. It's reverse mobility item in the game, and it just opens up so many avenues for you early game, which is wonderful. We did skip a lot of green path. But yeah, I'm just rallying myself probably the best way possible. Don't have a map for this area, which we probably at this point could buy it from Dirtmouth. Which I will just go ahead and buy the Stag Station, and probably head back to Dirtmouth. But I will be right back. Okay. I am back. Got to check chat. Hopefully there's somebody here. If not, it's okay. I mean, I can be excited alone. But it is nicer with the community. I wonder if, because this game does have an in-game timer, I don't know if it counts, though, for the time that you are, how do I say it? The time that we're in the menu, whether or not the in-game timer pauses or not. Really could go either way, I see. I feel like the map for Green Path should be sold at this point, since I completed the area. Yeah, so we'll buy the Green Path map. Buy this. Don't really need the compass at this point. Stagways are good to point out since I'm bad with my memory. So our vendors. Yeah, I think that's all I need for right now. Thank you, Zelda. So what button do I need to? So yeah, I think I need to. Well, actually, let me sit on the bench so my map gets updated. Yeah, okay. So from here, yeah, I guess we'll just go get Claw. So the fastest way to do that from this point is going to the Forgotten Crossroads. And I guess I could save Sly while I'm there. That does make some sense. Just to get it out of the way, I am going to... I think I'm going to detour and save the grub first, though. Just because I want to make sure that I have enough money for Shaman Stone. Because I want to get that while I'm there. And then we'll probably say goodbye to Soul Catcher for eternity. It's an okay charm, just not as good as Shaman Stone. You know. Hate to be like that, but it's just so true. Okay. Save this grub. Trying to think if there's any grub we can't save in the crossroads. Nope. Missed. Okay. So we can save that grub. That's enough for Shaman Stone too. So killing 2 birds with 1 stone. Do not need to go that way quite yet. But yeah, no, I just love the progression of this game too. It's just so fun. Okay. So the grub. Is it up here? I can never quite remember where it is. No, it's not up here. I think it's in the room with Grouse Mother, which is down here into the right. Okay. Yeah, I guess I'm gonna treat this sort of like it's a slow, casual speedrun. Not like a speedrun, but just like a, you know, sort of playing the game at my own pace, but also trying to make as much progress as possible at the same time. Yeah, it's this room over here. Is this all the grubs? I feel like I might be forgetting one. Save the one in Fog Canyon room. Hidden one. Oh no, there is one more. I know where it is too. But well, know where it is a stretch, but I know roughly where it is. I can't tell you like the approx coordinates, but I could get probably pretty close. Okay. That very well could be reverse boss in the game, and for the people who thought that before they thought anything else, I forgot she dropped money too. I didn't need to detour towards that grub, but can be tough. But once you get Vengeful Spirit, oh, just such a joke, complete and utter joke. Okay, let's go in here. Thank you. I get what we're saying. Only charm in the game that matters. Probably should buy Wayward Compass soon here. Not even to use, but just to have for the additional charm notches. But yeah. Anyway, we're saving Sly, and then from there we'll go. Yeah, we'll probably go to Mantis Village, get the claw. I'm very capable of beating Mantis Lord without getting an L upgrade, but I probably am not going to choose that route. I'm also going to go ahead and just get the last of the Forgotten Crossroad grubs out of the way, since the Forgotten Crossroad is the only area where I can pretty easily find all the grubs without having to worry too much about it. And I also kind of just want to test my game knowledge to see if I'm correct. I think... I know what grub it is. It's the one where you need the dash to get across. And need is a strong word, but it greatly assists you. I believe it's in this room. And beliefs are not always correct. It's in this room. Yeah, there we go. Okay, so we can scratch off saving all the grubs in Forgotten Crossroads. So that's a mass shard whenever we went to collect it. Right now I'm not too worried about it, but it is there if we want. Then is it this room? I think it is. Yeah. There we go. Hey, my pathing's not that bad. Before we go into the next area, I will check stream chat, see if there's anything going on. Of course not, but hey, is what it is. Okay. Also, I realized I forgot to put on Shaman Stone, which is just like an El Bozo move, but, you know, is what it is. We're not too far from the next bench anyway, which is over here. Yeah. Oh, also, I guess I'll go ahead and pay for a shop. I don't have enough money to afford anything right now, but these charms are really nice considering they're already unbreakable, which makes them tremendous in value. Oh, that's bad. Okay. Yep, suck at the platforming. What can I say? Okay, from here my pathing is... I don't know why I'm looking at my non-existent map, but, pathing gets a little bit fuzzier because early game is just a lot easier to remember where you're supposed to go because your options are a lot more limited. Not that there's one distinct right way at this point in the game. Now there's, like, at least 4 different ways we could go, I think. But, we're gonna do the simplest of getting Mantis Claw. Not going to Deep Nest. Though I think there's a good amount that we can do here. This is Elder Who room, right? Yep. Okay. And the room over here should be cloth, if I'm remembering correctly. Yeah, okay. I know roughly where I am, even though I don't see it all. I will talk to you. Yes, cloth, exactly. I could not have said it better myself, really. I wonder what, like... Excuse me? Okay. I wonder what the equivalent of something like Elder Who will be. Also, hi Silksong! We're right around the corner. I know her name's Hornet. Okay, this is E-Pogo skip room, I think. Or did I skip it? Oh yeah, it is E-Pogo room. Probably not. Yeah, I don't think I can pull that off, and I'm not going to try. Not on a deathless file. And yeah, I guess with the bestiary too, an amendment I guess you can make on sort of what I'm saying is the fact that they don't make it required for 100% is nice, but I think it would be cool if in a speed run people would have to like consciously fight all the enemies. But I just don't think it's practical with how the Hunter's Journal works in the game for you to be able to do that and reasonably have a good time while trying to speedrun, which is unfortunate. Really is. Because I remember watching my first 112 run, I was like, oh man, how are they going to do the Hunter's Journal? And they just don't, which it's cool that you have that option, but I think the compromise where you give a Hunter's Journal in a Silksong mode, where you only have to kill as many enemies as like how many appear is good. Because I was doing a Silksong run a little while back and I was trying to complete the Hunter's Journal and I had to do like the Colosseum I think more than once for like 1 or 2 enemies, just because if you don't encounter as many as it wants you to defeat, which is just very realistic the first playthrough, but in subsequent playthroughs maybe a little less so. But I don't know, that's just my thoughts. Kapow. Okay. We're seeing my lack of gamer skills as I keep on getting hit by these basic enemies. Let's see if I can... I want to try to bait him over. I was trying to bait him over here, and... Okay, I'm not... Okay. I was seeing if I could get him to come down and hit me to get early control, like they do in the speedruns, but, that tremendously failed. Guess I just have to get good. Okay. What should be next on my priority list? I mean, probably going to City of Tears. I guess I could go ahead and open this too. Not a bad idea while I'm already here. Because why not, really? That's the main thing. I guess also before I go, I could save Greta. Because I don't think I need double jump to save her. I think I just need claw. The main reason to do Mantis Lords now would just be to make the Mantises stop fighting me, but I honestly don't care enough to go out of my way to fight them right now. Okay. It's also another charm, which is good. There we go. And before I go into the secret little path, let me see if there's anybody in chat. No chat. Ah, terrible. Okay. Hopefully the stream's working properly. I don't want to just be talking to myself, but, you know, if I am, such is life. Okay. Yeah, there we go. This room does not require a double jump, but it is a little bit easier if you do have double jump. Not that it's hard for the God Gamer himself. Yeah. I say as I get hit, of course. And we haven't had any scary moments yet, which is good. A little bit boring from an audience perspective, but okay. Okay, I mean, I'm trying to think of what we should do next. We have 2 masks on the table whenever we want them. So that's cool. I also forgot to fight the mushrooms to get the charm notch, which is kind of the bozo move. But I mean, I'll circle back to it whenever I get to see Leg Eater again. So, I mean, on the one hand, yes, absolutely, a Charm Notch is useful in the immediate, but also on the other hand, like, I'm gonna have to go back that way anyway whenever I have more Geo than what I have right now, if I want the Unbreakable Charms, so maybe I'll hold off on it. Okay. Yep, okay, I'm getting along better than I thought I would, considering I've committed to not using the compass because I'm not a filthy casual. Darn. I say as I get hit like a bozo. I could totally make that, yeah. Okay, let's heal up. It's always better to heal and err on the side of caution instead of being too greedy with it. So this is the point of killing False Knight earlier, is this is the easiest way into City without sort of going out of your way. There is a skip they do in speedruns. You can't do it in Still Soul mode. It's Blue Lake skip, but you have to use Reshade in order to use it, so obviously not going to be happening this run. And my favorite area in the game, by far. It's not even close, really. Don't necessarily like the Vengeful Spirit color change that they have here. Quirrell. I'm gonna look at my map that I don't have. Oh, he's just so cute. Okay. I've sat with him longer before. He'll understand I got places to go. Okay, I think my first playthrough, I actually entered City from the other side. Because I did a lot of Deep Nest early. Kinda, actually, a little bit frightened by the fact that I've taken so much damage that I didn't intend to. We definitely want to collect the Hollow Nest Sill up here. I value my HP more than early control this time, so leave me alone, sir. Okay. So that's just Geo, really, is how I think of it. Yeah, let's see here. Okay. Yeah, we want to go down here. Silksong.
Warasun Gian. Velmi Ark.
Love his voice.
Kachael Liasoke. Helmadelka.
Yeah, okay. So I'm gonna go ahead and just go. I'm gonna go get a Null upgrade because I think if you're playing on a hardcore mode of Hollow Knight, and probably the same will apply for Silksong, it is always better to err on the side of caution. Unless you're like trying to be the #1 speedrunner. I don't think speedrunners get any Null upgrades, especially not at any percent at least. If they're doing true ending, and I'm using the term true ending quite loosely here, but if you're doing true ending, I guess you might get 1. I mean, if you're doing 100%, you have to get all of them, but
Ranjo Stenja.
yes, we will absolutely pay that. That is a no-brainer. This first Null upgrade is like not that great, but it's enough that we're like, I feel a little stronger, but it's not that much, but once you get like 2 or 3, we're like, oh man, this is a whole new game. I actually don't even think his HP gets affected with how many Nell swings we do. Okay. Almost feel bad for like going at a fast pace through the City of Tears, just because I like the ambient music so much here that it almost feels criminal to try to go fast. Okay, let me check chat like a good streamer. Okay. You can go up. Nothing of interest really here, other than rancid eggs. Good source of income, but not really worth much in my view. Okay. I mean, I was fine with it going down as long as I could climb up, but yeah, okay. Up. I don't have that way unlocked yet. Okay, very nice. Brother. Okay. So, I'm going through this. It's hard to remember, too, because muscle memory can play tricks on you. There's so many shortcuts that open up in the game that make your movement a lot less restricted as you return to areas. So remembering the path that you have to go the first time before you've flipped any switches can be tough sometimes. I think I heard a grub. We're by Soul Sanctum. I don't think I'm gonna pay for the bench. So I don't know, is it even worth... Is it even worth going this way? Unsure. It probably is worth it, but not yet. He died just as fastly as he spawned in. Okay. I think this way is blocked if I go all the way up. Yeah. Gotta flip that switch and then we're good. Which it's a shortcut if you die, considering I'd be sent all the way back though if I died. I don't know how much of a shortcut that really is. Not really, if you ask me, but... You can already fill the Nell upgrade, though, because that would be a little bit harder had we not stopped to get the upgrade first. I don't know why I'm looking at the map whenever, you know... Oh, what a great mini-boss. Okay. Bye-bye. It annoys me so much of these in the Pantheons, because he's not a boss. I don't care how gracious we're being towards him, he's just not a boss. He's a mini-boss at best. But I guess same could be said for Gruz's mother. But I don't know. His moveset's just kind of boring compared to others, and he's just not interesting in Pantheon 5, but that's just a me problem, probably. Spell Twister is probably worth getting. Okay. Bud. Bud. Chill. Chill, chill, chill. Yeah, that's correct. Timeout. Okay. I kind of got worried that was going to be where it ended. I didn't remember Tree just ganging up on you all at once. And probably if you're fast enough, that's probably not something to be concerned about. Let me check stream. Okay. Looks like everything's good in that regard. And by good, I just mean very quiet, but whatever. Whatever. There, Spell Twister is. You can't hide from me. Not forever. There we go. Spell Twister. We can now afford a Charm Notch too. Which if I was playing uber safe, getting getting 2 Charm Notches and then equipping Shaman, Spell Twister would probably be the move. Also having, or maybe even just putting on Fragile Heart too. It could have been play, but I'm gonna get all the soul I can. We're not worried. I mean, we could die here, for sure. It's been a while since I fought Soul Master with limited upgrades, but... You get to a point of feeling so invincible, too, considering you have to take on buffed up versions of these fights, where it's like, is normal Soul Master really going to even be a challenge for me whenever I've already taken on like Soul Tyrant before? And the answer feels like it should be no, but anything can happen. Hence me being careful and not just spamming spells. He's pretty simple. Hilarious game, hilarious. I wonder what crazy moments are gonna freak everybody out in Silksong. I don't think anybody's gonna be surprised by a fake death, especially after this clown. Some people are very greedy and can get hits whenever he does that. I'm just a casual, so... So I can't do that, but lots of people can. And yeah, I mean, hey, pretty alright. Desolate Dive, definitely love this spell. Descending Dark is the best thing in the game. Probably what we should get for next in terms of safety. Maybe. Oh, that's probably just like a Hollowness Sill, but actually it's not a Hollowness Sill. I think it's a Wanderer's Journal. Because I feel like the Descending Dark is enough of a reward they wouldn't do all. Oh, never mind. I mean, that's a lot better. Don't get me wrong. I'm happy about it. Definitely not complaining, but I thought it was like a Wanderer's Journal. But I guess how many Wanderers would you have here realistically? Probably not too many. Okay, I'm gonna get the grub. Here we save grubs. Those probably respawn to make sure you don't get soft locked. Not that it would be that hard to just exit the game and, you know, conserve soul more, but they do great game design, so they wouldn't expect such a thing. That's just a shortcut to get back to where we need to be. What's next on the agenda? I mean, that's a shortcut that I missed triggering, but I don't think it really matters. You don't even have to fight this gauntlet, but I don't think it's really that scary. So, like, my only objection to just, like, going ahead and going back to Dirtmouth, that is the name, right? Oh, the Mist Cornifer, is I should have enough to get Lantern before I go to Crystal Peaks. So it might be better to go to Dung Defender first. No, it's not this one, it's the one above. Okay. I'm looking for a simple key. It'll be useful to open this shortcut too. And I mean, really, opening the Stagway is useful too, but just like Lantern's so expensive. Only it was like 1,600. But I'll go ahead and buy both shortcuts. Okay. Because we're getting a Wanderer's Journal here. There are places where I could get artifacts for money that do come to mind. It's also, I've just not been collecting so much Geo, just because I've been trying to go faster than anything else. So we'll look at that stag. Don't need to use it right now. You get to a place too, if you've done enough still roll attempts, where view stops. You might notice I'm not sitting on benches, and the reason I'm not sitting on benches is because sitting on a bench respawns the enemies, so it's almost better just to not bother with that. There is some things we can take care of in Forgotten Crossroads. Is it Dirtmouth? I feel like it is, but I feel like I might be mistaking it for something else. I don't know. Yeah, no, it's Dirtmouth. I don't know why I'm tripping. Now, if you are trying to speedrun, I do recommend bench warping, as it does save a lot of time, but this is more a fun, laid-back stream. Okay. I do have dive. Okay, where am I on the map? I haven't set on a bench, so it hasn't updated, but I think I'm close to Salubras. I am. Okay. So, I'll go this way. I'm gonna buy a Charm Notch from her. So, I'm gonna buy a Charm Notch. Lifeblood Core can wait. I could go Queen... I mean, I could get a mask a couple different ways. But this way... I'm gonna circle back through Crossroads before it gets infected. To get this mask. I think I'm gonna fight Brooding Moloch. I don't know if I should, but I think I could get away with it, probably. So we'll go up here. Couldn't go... Well, we could have gone up here earlier had we learned to fly, but we couldn't have easily gone here earlier. Now it's barely an inconvenience. So that's mask number 1. We're gonna get 1 from Grubfather. 1 from Bretta. Yeah, okay. Which that'll also be a good amount of currency for us, and I'll also take the opportunity to check chat again whenever we're there. I didn't buy Lifeblood Core, so might not have been a terrible idea. Yeah, we saved enough that we should get a Mass Shard. Thank you, Grubfather. Yeah, there we go. Thank you. So, oh, I said I was gonna check chat. Just in case. Okay. Such is life, such is life. Could also head to Crystal Peaks right now. That's also an option. Pleasure to see you, Tiso. Let's go ahead and get our Mass Shard for saving our fair maiden. Gotta love Bretta. Okay. I'll go ahead and buy the map, I'd say, from
Bapanada.
Fungal Waste. Cornifer just knows nothing about me, since I'm only getting things from his wife, but... Then, does he have anything I want early game? I'll take Gathering Swarms. I'm not gonna worry myself with buying a mask at this point. Yeah, Gathering Swarm, that's fine. Okay. Because I'm gonna take out Moloch, but do I wanna... Okay, this is like almost cowardly. And honest, nah, I'm not gonna do it. Oh, what I was thinking in my head was like, why not just go get a mask well, the lifeblood. But the thing is, why would I do that? I mean, I understand it would be a lot safer, but, like, let's say I take stupid damage like that, then I wasted time for no reason. But this very well could be where it is. So, brace yourself. Because I am not the greatest at the Moloch fight. I have no shame in admitting that. So much so that I died on it enough times to memorize that sequence. So, that tells you all you need to know, really. And I kind of overhyped him with how easily I did that, but I have definitely choked that fight a lot harder in the past. But usually, I'd say whenever I fight him early on, I don't have Shaman Stone, so that very possible, a big difference. Okay. Yeah. I mean, I could go ahead and go to Crystal Peaks. I can definitely explore more if I have Lantern in that area, but... Yeah, I'm trying to strategize in my head what the next destination should be. Because I don't really know. Could also go to Howling Cliffs, though I kind of want to wait till I have Dreamnail to do that. How much for another mask by this guy? Also, my thing's saying it's on battery, which is puzzling. Gotta fix that. It's on the charger. So it shouldn't. Woo! Oh! Oh my. Let me go to the menu real quick, and this does not count as, you know, save scumming, I would say. I'll be right back. Just the slightest bit perturbed by that, but okay. It looks like the issue resolved itself. though, my charger must have not been in a great spot, because it got hot. Like, I'm definitely, after I end stream, I'm gonna have to, like, unplug that thing for a little bit. But, okay. Anyway. Slight concern aside, we hop back into Dartmouth. And, yeah, I guess we'll try to go to Crystal Peaks. Definitely not like a super big deal, but just kind of concerning. But okay. The map is starting to really get filled into. I think this is the fastest way. Well, technically the fastest way would have been to stag to the Forgotten Crossroads. But I'm taking advantage of the shortcut I opened. Whoop-de-doo. Actually, it is probably a pretty similar distance, considering I don't have Lantern, but... Huh. Oh, I defeated Soulmaster. I was wondering why she was already infected. She's at the beginning stages of having the infection seep and rot her brain. How tragic. Anyway. We did not get to meet Mila, but she was a character that is really good. Just a complete cutie before bad things happen. And unlike Greta, you know, she won't lead you on and then replace you. So, there is that. No, I'm not bitter. What are you talking about? Okay. I'm trying to think logically what the best pathing here is. There's not a bitch in this room. Correct. Okay. Crystal Peaks is like so late game that I don't really have it mapped out in my head all that well. And I'm not going to be worried about grubs till later on in this area. I think I know where a lot of them are, but... Gotta open that for later. Okay, I think we need the double jump to get up here. Actually, you very well might not. That's some good money right there. Okay. Okay, let's go ahead and buy that. So, where those little spikes are is where I'm at in the room. And that bench on the map, well, it looks like it's useful to go to, and it kind of is. It is an area where it's dark, very dark without the lantern, so... And a lot of places in this game that are super dark without the lantern, the game doesn't physically prevent you from going there, it's just, a little bit sketch. I'm not gonna worry about Crystal Guardian for now. He's not hard or anything, I don't think it's the right timing. I'm trying to remember, what way do I need to go? I'm like close to the right way, I do know that. Okay, not there. Oh, I hate this room. It's for a grub, though. Honestly, that area is built for one thing and one thing only. Having the King's Soul. I'm trying to think about this, though. I don't logically know where I'm supposed to go. This room is also not necessary. And being down 2 masks now is just like being 1 mask down before. It's really not that big of a deal. But okay, where do I go from here? You know, I can probably. I mean, he is Geo if I fight him now. I was gonna let you just be peaceful, but I decided against it. I'm sorry. Okay. Guess we'll fill that out since we're here. And Range Guardian is actually, they're not bad, but they're a lot better if you wait till you have Shade Soul. I also forgot to grab that, so that's a useful thing to realize you have to backtrack for, because that is super useful. And this is probably closer to the right way. I don't know, would any percenters go this way if they didn't have to? Maybe not, but yeah, who cares? Okay. We're supposed to need double jump to get to the thing up there, but we're not gonna do it. Definitely collecting the Wanderer's Journal here. Glad it's relatively unfazed about me destroying its friends. Okay. There we go. Okay, I'm on the right side of it now. Okay. That grub I will save. I feel like I'm like a good mix of like just the casual person playing and also a person who does know some of the sweaty strategies. Definitely not like skilled enough to implement most of the sweaty strategies though, unfortunately. And I guess I'm just damage taking that, but really not a bad platforming section. Pretty relaxing right there. See here. Stupid notification. Okay. I forgot that was part of the mod. That's hilarious. I am a shit. Honestly, I don't really know that much about Assassin's Creed. That's probably like a deep cut reference. And I have no idea. It is goofy as heck though, and I love it. Okay, I think I know where I am. But I'm not like 110% sure, don't get me wrong. But I think I kind of know where I am. Well, I know this area at the very least. Okay. Also, if you're just like playing casually and we're trying to do this deathless, don't go here till you have the double jump, because it is possible, but you are inviting yourself up to riskier play. And also, this is not even the correct way. I'm trying to make it towards a grub right now. That was bad. So is this. Maybe I should just go back the way I came. Oh, it's so cowardly. It is exceptionally cowardly. And I do feel embarrassed. As I should be. I will go back, but I'm gonna collect some soul. There we go. I got you, Grub. I'm sorry that I almost ran away like a coward. You gotta be able to stand up for yourself, bud. Okay, there we go. And the reason why we're doing this now is we want to upgrade our Nell, and this is probably the least risky of the Pelor that we can get early game. And by early game, I mean we're quite late. Like if we're doing an any percent run, like we could probably wrap this up in like an hour. Thank you, Swarm. I forget which enemies are okay to kill here and which ones aren't. Because eventually we need to keep one of those guys alive. It might be this one. Yeah. I need a little boost. Just a teeny one. There we go. Okay. I think that's the only time we need an enemy alive to pogo off them. With doing this area without a double jump. I'm pretty sure. I'm not like 100% sure, but I think so. That's like actually kind of bad though, considering the hitbox can matter. Like right now I have enough health that it's just funny, but I probably would not be so amused if I was in more danger. Okay. But regardless, getting this Pelor this early game is good. Definitely a handy skip to know. It's dangerous, but there's more dangerous things in the world. Okay. And I want to go this way. Want to say, actually, I probably want to just go ahead and get the charm that's here now. And I think I'm heading the right way towards it. I think. Yeah, there's this, but let's get the bad charm while we're here too. And it's just something that if I don't do now, I'll forget to do it later. So, and even the bad charms are useful from the perspective that that they'll help you get charm notches. Which it is nice that there is incentive to get the charms that you don't care for. Excuse me? Okay. Okay. That could have ended up really bad. Okay. And that's an example of like the wonky hitbox on this mod, not the game's fault at all, but the wonky hitbox on the mod's thing, you know, being maybe a little bit less funny. But it's whatever, really. It's not that big of a deal. Okay, yeah. That chasm, we're super close to a bench. And this would be a hilarious way to die, but I don't want to die like that. Oh my god. That's hilarious. Honestly, a very realistic way to die. It's so stupid, though. I died because I tried to get deep focus without enough healing. I died trying to get a healing charm and trying to make my way back to the bench. Darn. Okay. I'm gonna clear the save. I mean, you know what? I don't want to do another Silksong run right now. I probably will try another attempt sometime this week. But right now, that was kind of a tough loss. So I'm not gonna mess with it. But let's try to do the Pantheon. Am I happy with this charm layout? I think so. We're gonna try P5. One of the sillier ways to die. But it happens. I said it, there was gonna be absolutely no scum saving. If you're trying to win that, like if you're really determined to win a Silksong run, whenever you collect collectibles like that, even if your HP is fine, it makes sense to just warp back to the bench, just so stupid stuff like that doesn't happen. And I will criticize the game for that a little bit. The hitboxes on those lasers is a little goofy. Just a little bit. But, oh my god, am I gonna die to this? I am a little shaken because I did not think I was gonna die there, but, you know, such is life. I am just damage tanking, because I am mad. False Knight? Oh, what a joke, late game. And then I think it's, I think after this, it's, the moss creature. I can't remember what it's... Oh, massive moss charger. I'm senile. Darn. Radiant. Nice. Silksong! I think there's a rest point here, even though there doesn't need to be. No, no rest point, just some dialogue. Gorb. It's gotta be low. Yeah, I thought so. I think I'll survive to Linnell Master since it's been a very long time since I've even attempted Pantheon 5. Bone Defender! Yeah. I can't believe he was so low that he died from that. That's crazy. I wish I was good at the nail arts. It's honestly pretty special whenever somebody is. Yeah, the fact that these blobs spawn is not enough to really justify its inclusion here, but just me. I mean, Massive Moss Charger is also a pushover too, but at least, I don't know, it's a more interesting pushover, at least in my opinion. Diesel. I'm making every boss look like a pushover. But that's just how strong you are at this point in the game on a 112 file. Just absolute pushovers. Oh, that was not good. I forgot that they stun locked you. I don't think I have to dodge at this point, but I guess I probably should a little bit, just in case I'm wrong. Thank you. So let me see if there's anything going on in chat. Thankfully, it looks like nobody witnessed the embarrassing thing I did to myself. I honestly didn't think I was going to get this far, since it's been so long since I properly did P5. Thank you, Zero, for being such a pushover. I appreciate it. Well, bye. Yeah, that's right. Run, coward. It's so different fighting these bosses whenever we're so powerful. Because you feel so vulnerable whenever we're on a fresh file. Like, even though Soul Master didn't really put a dent in me, I still thought there was like a chance he could. But like, once you have all the charms, it's just like, oh man, it's just so over. I say as I get hit like 10 billion times. The fact that the head in the background is like shifting their eyes to match him is just so funny too. Yeah, you think it's funny? I don't think it's funny. Okay. Not that bad, honestly. The first surprise of P5, and what a pleasant surprise. Well, pleasant is not the right word. What a cool surprise. Ah. Oh, my Bogo was not going through there. Oh. Oh, I'm so positively overwhelmed. Okay. I didn't think I was gonna die here, but I knew it was definitely possible. But now everything should be peachy. I do believe you get a healing point after this, so. Oh, but just in case I'm misremembering, I'm pulling up at least a little bit. Okay. Thank you, Mantis Lords. I don't think I did bindings on this file. No. Oh, I hate me, Gorb. Gorb thankfully does not have that much HP, which is good, considering I basically just damage tank him every single time, but yeah, it is definitely kind of rough. Also, streamer misplay, definitely should have checked chat once I sat on the bench. Is it? Who is it next? Umu? I think it's Umu. No. Umu's not for a while. Okay. Oh, already dead. Just so overwhelmingly powerful. It's so nice. Who's this? Oh, yes, Galleon. Galleon the Valiant. I think there's some way to like RNG manipulate how those go, but I am just a lowly little knight with a Christmas cape. I don't really remember my strats for this, other than just don't get hit, which clearly is not a strat I'm good at. Oh man, I suck at this fight. I'm just super grateful that even most hard bosses give you plenty of filling chances, because I would be in a lot of danger if not. I think I would have died had I not killed. Okay, this time we're not going to do a streamer L, we are going to do a streamer W, and check the chat. Oh my god. This is just like the worst. Oh my god. That's just embarrassing, honestly. So is that. Imagine I died to Hive Knight. Honestly, that would be a big streamer help, but took way more damage there than I should. Elder Who? Elder Who's a joke, but I don't remember who's next. I haven't really remembered most of this, but I want to say Umu, but I thought Umu was a long time ago, so and I clearly was mistaken, so this annoying guy. Probably my least favorite boss in the game, just because how random he feels, and the fact that this version spawns Primal Aspits fills me with a lot of hatred. But with all of her upgrades, doesn't have a lot of HP from what I remember, so he's just annoying. I mean, if you suck at Elder Who, I guess, like, you can kill up here. Though, if you suck at Elder Who, I don't think for, who the Pantheons were made for. Just because Elder Who is, like, probably the least threatening thing here. One of them, at least. Aw, Goddamer. Oh man, I am mistiming those quite a bit. Okay. Oh, Grimothy, I am so happy to see you. Her cousin, I'm not going to be happy at all to see, but... Well, that's being very presumptuous that I make it that far. If nothing else kills me, Sly probably will. I'm not going to worry too much about hitting the bat. That was like a bad time to try to heal. I don't know what came over me. Great time to try to heal. This is his final phase too, so should not be that much longer. I don't think you get a bench here. If so, it would be kind of a bad time to get a bench, considering that boss should not ever shave too much of your health. Yeah, okay. I'm not surprised. I'm not surprised, but that is funny. Okay, we'll go here. Watchers. Oh, so this is the one with Umu. Umu's like in this section for sure. Okay. That's unfortunate that that didn't really hit at all like I wanted it to, but what can you do? Other than cry. Watchers is just like a super chill fight, like once you get the hang of it. Okay, Umu? Probably not Umu. Oh, yes, finally Umu. And by obvious, I mean this fight's gonna go one of two ways. Either, like, I'm gonna have my HP, like, totally be tanked, or it's gonna be radianted, and there's, like, no in between for some reason. I want you to not... Well, I don't want you to do that, really. Did the hard fall, too. That's not very responsible in the Umu fight. But 'tis whatever. 'Tis whatever. No, it's actually one of my better Umus. This thing. This is not Silksong. This is basically Venge Viking, except more annoying. Would Hornet 2 be before the next bench? I think so. I'd like to say yes. Oh. Such a big hitbox, too. Terrible. Okay. That was a bad fight, but we should be fine. Okay, oh, actually, never mind. We're like, this is probably where we die. Oh my god. Sly, I hate you. I mean, I love you, but also, like, I despise you. I like whenever he does that attack, though. It's the easiest to punish. Oh my god. Why does the Great... I mean, it makes sense that the Great Slash does 2 damage, especially by the Nell Master himself, but... The true tragedy of this for me is not Sly himself. It is the fact that after a hard boss fight, you have to continue playing well. Because I just remembered Hornet 2's after him. I mean, I'm doing a lot better than I thought I would, to be fair. I'm on level with you. I thought we were probably gonna die here, but... Silksong will be released this year, and there's nothing you can do about it, Hornet. Yeah, Shaw all of you want. I'm gonna be playing as you soon. Don't you see, even if you win, you lose. Because soon, this dude is gonna be controlling her every movement. Oh my god. How dare you spawn that on me? Okay. Okay, time to check chat again. I did not expect us to go this far, just casually. Okay. Man, we're doing fantastic, actually. In some ways, it makes it worse whenever I inevitably lose. The fact that it's only like two or three bosses that really hamper my ability to get P5 done. Because, I mean, I could try to, like, get a good P5, like, attempt done before, well, I mean, actually, I've already done a good P5 attempt. This is, like, pretty stellar play, actually. Like, I'm pretty proud with how we've been carrying ourselves this, entire time. Ooh, no eyes. Oh, there's Markov too. I was only thinking about like Nightmare King Grim, Hollow Knight, the like classic like ones that'll get you, but Markov, oh, I just realized is where we die. And I think he's pretty soon too. And the thing is, even if he himself doesn't kill us, whatever comes after him has a much higher likelihood of killing us. And if it's like Nightmare King Grim, like, yeah, okay. I mean, it was nice while it lasted. But that's the thing about dreams. They're not real. Noise is not really a hard boss fight, just annoying more than anything, but I mean, whatever. Oh. Trainer Lord is like a hard boss fight that, like, once you know, is basically just free. Which is wonderful. Because it's so easy to RNG manipulate them. I say as I get hit, but... They do 2 damage, and that's probably too little. Dong Defender. Man. I suck at this fight. So fast-paced, though. Gotta love it. Gotta be low. I feel like any hit could be like it. I forget that doesn't work on him. I definitely feel like it should work on him, but it just doesn't. Okay. Ooh. Is this like the charm layout we want for like the late game? I feel like yes, but there's an argument to replace Shaman Stone with Mark of Pride. Yeah, I think I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna be one of those guys. Just because I feel like my confidence on these next few bosses with doing magic against them is a little bit less, to put it nicely. Oh man. And I respect the place of spells, and I understand spells are a lot better than the Knell. The Knell's really good, but spells do beat it, and it's not close. It's just, on these very late game bosses, having the soul for healing is more important to me than anything else. Oh, please stop teleporting around all over the place. I know that's her thing, but God, it's annoying. Nope. Nope. Can't touch this. Can't touch it. Okay. Pretty good Soul Tyrant, not like the best, but it's it was definitely serviceable. Like I'm not ashamed of that fight at all. Okay. Oh, he's not even in phase 2 yet. The longer this fight goes on, the more like we're running here. So Oh my god, so bad. Just the worst. Oh my god. Markov, I hate you. And the terrible thing is, he's not even that bad, it's just the floor. Yeah, okay. I don't think anybody can be mad at that. I mean, that was pretty solid. Let me look it up, actually. I've not practiced Pantheon Markov in a while. I just want to see how far that was. Because I feel like we got pretty close to the end. So yeah, after Pantheon, there's Grey Prince Fell Champion, Nightmare King Grim, Pure Vessel, and Absolute Radiance. But yeah, that was only 4 away. Okay. So... and probably if we kept our Charm build, it would have been fine. I'm just gonna try to get a win on, Ascended Markov. And then probably be done with it, because here's the thing, Pantheon 5 is fun. And most of it I don't have a problem with, as like you guys could clearly see, but it's just like those final few that like just absolutely destroy me. And I just don't have the patience for it right now. Not to go back through all of that again. And unfortunately, we do, if we want to practice in this arena, we do have to take double damage.
Bill, mine.
Oh, man. That's embarrassing. But, is what it is. This one's much better than our Pantheon attempt, by the way, even though our HP is, like, abysmal at this point. But the reason why our HP is abysmal is because he does 2 damage here, which he was not doing in the arena. Yeah, okay. I'll give it one more attempt, and then I think I gotta call it, but, I have done this before. I mean, I've made it to Radiance before, so I don't by any means think P5 is... I mean, it's impossible if you're playing like that, but I don't think it's impossible in general. It's just very challenging. And you very well could... The thing is, like, it's just a couple bosses that make it almost impossible. Like, being able to take on 90% of the Pantheon with... Like, I think if this wasn't here, I probably would have made it to Pure Vessel. No point in hilling, I don't think. Yeah. Okay. How long has this been going? A little over 2 hours. I might stream more tomorrow, but for now, I think this is it. But yeah, Markov, not bad. Not a bad place to get to. Really. Maybe I could do Pantheon 5. Actually, you know, before we end it, I just want to give Nightmare King Grim just one try, because it's been a long time since I fought him in the Pantheons. So I could imagine. Let's just do Attuned. Actually, I don't even know if it makes a difference, because he does 2 damage either way, right? Well, we're not testing. Well, we didn't end up testing, but it wasn't intentional. Darn. I'll heal once. Tragic you can't attack him during that in this. It does make his fight significantly harder. I might die here, maybe not. Definitely probably would have to practice him a little bit more to make sure I'm like more consistent, but honestly, not that bad. I remember first time I fought him, I thought this was going to be like the bane of my existence. Two, three, four. But nowadays, the hardest thing about him is just his normal variants. My mind sometimes just confuses the attack patterns and how to respond to them. That's the only problem with this boss. Like, if it didn't look like Grim and it looked distinct, I probably would have a lot easier of a time with it. In the Pantheon, I feel like that would have been the wrong choice, but yeah. Okay. Yeah, I could do that in the Pantheon. I mean, it would be a lot harder, but I definitely could. Okay, and since I'm testing that, I mean, Pure Vessel, I guess I should test too before I end stream. But honestly, that was hardly... I mean, that wasn't bad at all. I think we stand over here. His most dangerous attack once you get used to fighting him. His stagger. Oh man, that... I feel like I should have Shaded Cloaked, but maybe not. Oh. Okay, I'm gonna heal twice. I think I can get away with it. That's his I'm low on HP attack. Yeah, okay. Not bad, not bad. I mean, my execution there left a lot to be desired, but... And then, while we're at it, I'm gonna, like, remind myself of my absolute inability to fight Absolute Radiance. I mean, I did most of the I'll take this as, like, a... I still have the Pantheon wizard inside of me. The thing is, on Pure Vessel, I want Mark of Pride, but on Radiance, I absolutely want Shaman Stone. But, you know, beggars can't be choosers. Oh my god. To clue you in on how nervous I get with this fight, I'm doing better than expected. In my mind. Like, objectively, that was a terrible attempt, but it's still better than what I would have expected. I'm gonna try one more time. If there's a Pantheon 5 equivalent in Silksong, I think I will dedicate myself to beating it, but assuming I like Silksong, I think the probability is high, but nothing is guaranteed. Oh my god. I want to see the second phase once. I mean, come on. Okay. Okay. Well, I think I am gonna stop if I don't beat him if I don't beat it this time. If I make it to like climb phase, I'll give it another attempt if I die on climb phase, but other than that, I think I gotta stop. But no, I mean, just what a joy of a game. That's all I can say. That was so bad to get hit by. Okay, that felt like it spawned on top of me. Okay. Okay. Time to heal. Okay. Kinda lucky. This is actually insane RNG. Oh my god. What a... okay. I mean, clearly capable of beating it, but the thing is, if the RNG isn't good, I just get clobbered. If the RNG is good, I can make it to the climbing phase easily. But also, like, those spawns were god tier, which, like, in Pantheon 5, you probably will get, like, the worst spawns for where the Radiants will decide to pop in. But yeah, okay, I'm gonna end the stream there. That was a lot of fun, though. Hope to see you guys later. Peace.